All right, bingo. Whoa, forgot my lights. Let's fix that. There we go. Good afternoon, Mark, Evan. Great to see you guys here today for 2 p.m. OFA coaching. Looks like it's a little bit of a lighter group. I'm sure we're going to have everybody else roll in soon, but let's get to big things while I have you. Evan, looks like you're ready to rock and roll, huh, sir?
You bet.
How's my favorite Canadian doing today, man?
Oh, not too bad. I mean, I lasted one day with the please and thank you. Sorry, I just can't help myself.
That's a-okay. You're awesome, man.
So I was actually going through between Dante AI and Chat GPT on just how I'm going over my updated engagement ad on Facebook,
Mm.
and I'm feeling kind of stuck on what the freebie to offer them because it's like suggesting sample packs,
Hmm.
which I
When you say
get,
it,
but I
am
don't
I or GPT recommending those?
both actually.
Yep. Okay.
So it's a bit of a conundrum because I don't have anything. So
Do you
I
have the
don't
product in-house?
know. I have the Cricut to print the stuff, but I need to find the materials first and like do some designs. I mean that should be straightforward, the designs. It's more so the material that I need to do some deep dive on.
Yes, 100%. Because I love sample packs and I love free plus shipping. Free plus shipping funnels are awesome. Or another way we could call those is just low price point funnels, really, where it's like, hey, let me send you three. Let me send you three. I'll send them to you completely free. You just cover shipping. And then we want to build that out in a way that it's like, see, it's hard. It's hard. Evan, you're gonna have to find your product. We're gonna have to make our product, right? Like because we have to know what the cost is. Because once we know the cost to make three and ship three to somebody, once we know that cost, man, we're rocking and rolling. And sample packs can be so simple. It can be a little plastic bag with a little simple logo on there, right? This is all just the beginning of our business, just trying to figure things out. Um, how it would work. Let's say it costs you $4 to print, make, and ship, right? So your COGS, cost of goods
Yeah.
sold. Your COGS for this product would be $3, or let's say $4. Well, then you can sell it $5.97. Just it's free. You just cover shipping, and then you're not trying to make $1 million on this sale. If we can, typically in a free plus shipping funnel, it's break even or lead loss. Do you know what lead loss is?
Yeah, well, we're losing money on the front end.
Correct. Losing
Yeah.
money on the front end because I have my upsells in place and I have my own internal marketing methods where I can easily lose $2 to acquire the customer because I know in a 30-day cycle, I'm going to make that up plus some. So that's the
Yeah.
lead loss mentality. And a lot of times we run lead loss to incentivize more sales, especially in the beginning when launching a business. We're going to run lead loss, right? Because I want to make the most sales that I can, get as many people into my business, get as many people using the products, posting online about the product and what results they're seeing, and get the virality effect. So lead loss is really great, but you can also run it where it's break even or small profit. Um, so yeah, COGS on this product would be $4 and you could sell it $5.97, $4.97. That's an easy decision for someone to make. That's simple, right? It's so low price that anybody that can't buy that is either not a buyer or not seriously looking for the solution. And that is such a low price point that even if they're not seriously looking for a solution, you still get them to swing on it. Um, so I love sample packs. I love free plus shipping funnels. Those are all amazing, especially when starting out. And they're really tripwire funnels too. So you can get somebody in to buy to get your free sample pack. And then the first upsell
Yeah.
you hit them with is, hey, do you want to get an entire pack for 50% off? Right? It's just selling them the
Yeah.
whole pack. Then if they say no to that, you can send them to other upsells with other products that they would like, knowing who that customer
Yes.
is. And then so
Yeah.
how do I get people into my back end filling it up? Free plus shipping. It's awesome. It's a tripwire funnel.
Okay. See, I can see where Dante AI gets its enthusiasm from. But so just to come back to where I was, this is actually still just for the product validation phase because
Yep.
it's been so difficult to get anywhere so far.
You ready for this,
So it's
Evan?
just absolutely hit me with it.
Sell them before you have them. So here's how
Okay.
this works. This is how we've done it forever, and this will always work. Sell them before you have them. Sell that sample pack. Make images of the sample pack. Put the colors of the sample pack. Make it, sell it, but don't actually make it. As soon as somebody makes a sale, as soon as somebody buys, you send an email out or you call them. I'm a big fan of calling them. Trey's really taught me this over the past year. Man, I love to call my customers. It is so effective. I like to call the people that don't buy. I like to call the people that do buy. Holy cow, they just tell me everything I need to know. They answer every question I have in my mind. It's incredible. So, somebody buys your pack. You immediately call or email them. You say, I'm so sorry. We just sold out of our last sample pack. We already have more coming right now. We're making them. We're shipping over the product and we're making these, but it's probably going to take a couple of weeks for us to be able to sell these out. So, if you would like, I can fully refund you right now. I'm so sorry about the inconvenience. These just flew off the shelves far more than we could have ever imagined. So I'd be happy to issue you a refund if you would like, or we can leave your order on file. I'll make sure you have the first one out the door. And I would also like to include a little bonus. In that point, you can say, I'd love to give you a $30 gift card to our company that you can use anytime. Or if you want to wait for this package to go out, I'd love to throw in a box as well. So you don't just get the sample pack, you can get a box or 20 count and you can have 20 of them. It's whatever you would like to do. I'm really sorry about this inconvenience. Literally, go sell it without having it, knowing you're going to refund or knowing you're going to send a box. That's how we get data. That's how we put it out there and let customers vote with their wallets and actions.
Okay. So you're saying that I really shouldn't go through the product validation phase as put out in the trainings and just kind of come up with some designs and just put it out there.
Absolutely, Evan. You're just having such a
Okay.
hard time getting the validation because you're having a hard time getting into the groups, the places and spaces that your people are. So skip the step, launch it, target those people, and see what they say.
Okay. Okay. Because the way I had it was like uh first first 50 respondents will get a free sample pack. I mean, that seems
To your
reasonable.
survey?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, we need to switch that up, Evan.
Okay. See, like I said, you get too enthusiastic, you get carried away, and then it's just like you got these chats that are like this long, and it's like that's not really the question I was asking.
Yes, yes. So when it comes to your survey, many people try and give away their product as the thing. But customers don't care about your product. They've never worn it. They've never seen it. They've never touched it. You haven't told them much about it. So who cares about a free pack? Because I don't know anything about it. I'm not convinced that this is even a good product, right? So
Right.
that bait is not strong enough for anybody to take action. However, a $50 Amazon gift card is strong enough bait for anybody, regardless of their situation, where they live in the world. Everybody uses Amazon. It's just like if you were to give a $50 Visa gift card, just a $50 credit card to somebody. That you don't have to explain that to anybody. They don't have to think, do I care about that or not? It's 50 bucks they can use wherever they want. It's great bait for everybody.
Okay. Yeah. So like we were talking before about chat sometimes leading us down interesting paths. So that's where it
Yes.
kind of led to rather than just the $50 gift card.
Yes. And
So
that is the danger of chat. It pulls in
yeah,
all the internet. And then when you look at chat, a lot of times, like, have you ever used Deep Resource on GPT? Deep Research, excuse me.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so you know that it'll link in the thing it gives you. It gives you the links of where it's pulling all this information and how many times is it the same three links over and over and over. So it's not really doing super deep research. It's really just researching three links and then putting them into a compilation for you. So
yeah.
GPT can be dangerous. It very much so can. As this is a great question from Evan. I recommend everybody do exactly what your training says. Do not deviate whatsoever. Exactly what that training says is exactly what I want you guys to do.
Okay, okay. Uh, okay, I'll have to change some things then. But
Mm-hmm.
no, that's good. That's good to know. Oh, and should I just limit myself to Canada for now, or Canada and the US? Because I mean, the US is 10 times the population, easier to
Right.
get
Right. And if you're just trying to get
surveyed.
data right
Yeah.
now, if we're going to sell the product without having the product, I would go right to US. You're just going to get more data quickly.
Okay. Okay. No, that works. That actually simplifies things a lot. That so
Love
thank you.
that.
And but do you think I should still like do some mock-ups for
Yes.
samples? Okay. And then if possible, actually print some and have someone recording me printing them so that that could possibly be used as in future marketing or a post or something.
Look at you. Yep, a day in the life. Those are really great. A day in the life of a diabetes sticker maker or whatever you want to call yourself, right? Absolutely. It's waking up, pour a cup of coffee. I'm now spending my day filling all these labels. 3 hours later, I finally got all of my free plus shipping. I finally got all my samples out. Now it's time to go check on the business, look at all the orders that came through. I got to run a couple tests. I got to tweak a couple things. Now I'm going to end the day. Hey, I had these orders come through today, so I'm going to end my day filling these orders. Bingo, rocking and rolling. 8 o'clock, you finally close the thing. Maybe another cup of coffee to end. Those day in the life are so good, Evan. They're awesome.
Yeah. And again, that's one of those things with me. I'm always trying to think like 10,000 steps ahead. And sometimes I get ahead of myself, but sometimes I have good ideas that I so
That I
yeah.
do not doubt, Evan.
Okay.
But yeah, it is all about we need this data because
Yes.
like I think most people in this case would tell you, yeah, launch it before it's even ready. And while the funnel's running and you're getting your data, then go figure out the materials. And that wouldn't be a bad thing to do, but it's almost like, who cares? Because if nobody's buying, if nobody's taking the bait, who cares? The material could be easy to find or hard to find. If the product's not going to sell, I don't need the material. So I'd
True.
love to, man, I'd love to, it's like, honestly, Evan, if you could find the material and come up with rough estimates for what it would cost you to ship out 3 or 5 stickers as sample packs, if we could come up with rough estimates, that would be good. Because then I could have my funnel running on the numbers that are going to be pretty close to real. You know, like if
Right.
you know that your COGS, the cost of goods sold, if you know the material and yada yada, if I buy this much material and I get it, then my COGS to print, make, and ship these are $4, well then awesome. Then we can have our funnel selling at 497 or 597 and know that like, man, if I make sales on 597, people raise their hand and say yes, then that's profitable on the front end. Then we know. Having said that, honestly, it's just a product first mindset, Evan. It is product first, getting people to say yes, I will buy this. So listed at like 397. 397 is pretty darn close to what your COGS probably will be. And it's a really, really attractive price point. So me, what I would tell you is I would tell you to list it at $397. I would tell you to sell the sample packs before you even have them, and then refund or call immediately when people make our sales. And let's go make 5 sales. Let's see how many people do I need to get in front of before I can make 5 sales, or get people to even just raise their hand and say, yes, I'll buy this thing. Once we have that, we can go hit the ground, go source our product, go make them, do the whole thing.
Okay. You're just making me nervous
I know. I know it.
because it's
But what's
like
the other options,
I have a
Evan?
whole bunch of stuff here. This is my day job. We have a whole bunch of stuff here. It's nice to have inventory on hand.
Yes, it is. But do you have these? Do you have this tape on hand?
No,
Mm. So it's a bunch of inventory I don't care about right now.
that's
I
right.
know it. I know it'll make you nervous, and this is not the way that Evan typically goes through life. But this is the way that, like, Trey started doing things the way Evan thinks, and he no longer does that. Why? Because he's been burnt on so much inventory. He's had a me first approach so many times, and it's burnt him time and time and time and time again. That's why we follow this product first approach. Survey, get people to raise their hands. I will say yes. Then we know it's at least a decent bet to buy this inventory. I know it's weird,
Right.
but it's the way.
No, I get that because that's money. That would be money sitting there and money wasted if it doesn't go out the door.
Yeah, you know all about that. You got tons of inventory here,
Oh
right?
yes.
Uh-huh.
It's more so like a question if I just buy like a few sheets just to test on. Like that's still not a lot of upfront cost. Like
Oh,
that's what
if
I'm
that
kind of talking about. Yeah.
cool.
Not
If
like
that's
buying 50,000 sheets or something.
yes, if you can spend 30, $50, get a couple of sheets so that you can actually ship the feel free to do that as well, Evan. I would not.
Okay.
Personally, I would not. But also, I've been doing this for 8 years. So I'm much more comfortable thinking like a straight savage, right? I'm much more comfortable with this whole why though? Why? How did I get here? I did it. I did it. It was, Evan, I say all this to say, brother, it was uncomfortable for me as well. It was nerve wracking for me as well. But I did it. And it wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. And I only had to deal with one upset customer. And then I just gave her a refund and I never thought about her another day in my life. So it might be scary, but I promise, if you want to get some sheets, you're welcome to do that. Or there's nothing wrong with that. And if it makes you feel a little more confident to do the thing, go ahead, get your sheets. That's awesome. I wouldn't. I would sell it. And as soon as I made my first sale, I would call that person. I would say, hey, I'm so sorry. Knowing that you could go get sheets and you could make this happen really quickly, I would then call the person. I'd say, hey, I'm so sorry. It's going to take me 3 days. I have my inventory being reshipped. I never expected that we would sell out this fast. I never expected the demand would be like this. So I'm so sorry. It's going to take me 3 days. If you'd like, I can offer you a refund right now. Or if you'd like to wait, I'd love to throw in a couple extra stickers into your sample pack just to try and smooth it over. Easy. Go buy a sheet, ship out, cut a couple out, ship them. Done. Then by that time, hopefully we made another sale and another sale and another sale. Now the product's validated. Now we know, oh yeah, cool. Let me go get 20 sheets, right? Now we're doing the thing.
Okay.
You're like me,
Okay.
Evan. You wear your emotions on your sleeve. I love talking to you. It's so fun. I can just like see your brain working in real time. It's amazing.
It's that
What are your big
obvious, is it?
hangups? What makes you so what makes you nervous? What makes you like not want to pull the trigger on that?
Well, I just don't have a thing. Like I've being in here, this is my day job. This is the auto parts stuff. Like we have staff. I can see it. I know if we're running low on something, we can buy more, or we have enough to fulfill an order. But with this, it's like I don't have any designs at all. So it's like there's nothing there.
Mm. And what kind of
But I
designs do you want to create?
Well, I have different themes, which is part of the survey. That's actually the hook to get, well, part of the hook. Obviously the $50 is the main draw, but like just which of these six themes would your kid want to see most? Like, and then I've got it there. It's like I've got the copy and the imagery. It's just the product. Like I don't have any designs at all.
Mm.
So I think that's the next step. And just, yeah,
Are you
I need to have something.
remind me, are you targeting kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, make a lion, a zebra, and an elephant.
No, yeah, I think Dante AI touched on those. So yeah,
Oh, of course he did.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's just so funny, Evan. And I have to point it out, man. You have all these roadblocks in your mind because of the
hmm
ways that you're used to doing things. And I know what I'm
yeah.
sharing with you is a new way, but dude, go to ChatGPT, take a picture of a circle piece of tape, upload it over there, say put a lion on this designed for children, and ChatGPT will make your designs for free. Then
Yeah.
take those three stickers and say, make these a product showcase image. And it'll put those three stickers together. And then you can say, ChatGPT, take this sticker and put it on a human arm. And it'll do it. And you have your designs.
Oh,
You have everything. It's done.
oh, I know. I generated, was it? I put a 9-year-old smiling boy wearing a glucose sensor, proudly showing it off, and it's kind of scary what it came up with. I mean, it's
Yep.
frighteningly good.
Yep. Now take that image, add on top of it your sticker with a giraffe or whatever on it. Done. Launch the funnel. Make a sale. That because all the things that you're worried and concerned about right now, I'm not. Just because of it's the order in which we operate. You've not yet made a sale. You've not had anybody raise their hand and say, I want to buy this thing. So all the
Right.
questions that are so prevalent in your mind, I could care less about. They're not here yet. And we do this a lot because we're human beings. We worry about the fears and the unknowns of what is to come. But we're not there. We have to take 6 steps to get there. We're still right
Right.
here. Let's just focus on here and now, right now. All we care about is change your survey to be exactly like Trey says. $50 gift card
Right.
as the bait. Launch the funnel, make the sales. Where would you buy? You mentioned sticker sheets, Evan. Where would you buy your sticker sheets from?
I don't know.
Is that how it works? Do you know if you just buy a sheet? Is that how it goes?
I don't know.
Mm. Mm. Who cares, Evan? Who cares? These are fears and things that we're not encountering right now, and also things we don't have the answer for. But we have our answers for what is right now. Let's run it.
Start with the survey first.
Sure. If you want, yes. Start with your survey first. That might be a little more comfortable. But Evan, at some point, we're gonna have to get uncomfortable. You know it's coming.
Of
You
course.
you, you
But
know it's on the
this
road. At
this is
some
already
point,
uncomfortable.
we can go slow and we can take 6 months to do all this and get to a point where of uncomfortability, or we can just do it all now in 7 days and we can skip steps and we can shortcut our track. The uncomfortability is coming either way. So you're committed to doing this. You're committed to getting out of the auto thing and diversifying your portfolio and your businesses. So if you're committed to doing it, let's just do it, brother.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. That's what I like to hear.
But still one step at a time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Quick.
Quick steps.
Okay. Quick steps. Okay.
Cool. Dude, let's
All
do that.
right.
How about for the weekend? At least get your survey ready. Like
Oh yeah, no,
follow
like
Trey's
I've got
method
the parts.
exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, go
Okay.
ahead.
I just need to I have the parts, I just need to readjust it now and
Yes.
then put it out there. Yeah.
Yes. And
That's
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 just
not
an
the
hour or
issue.
two of your time. Right.
Yeah.
So let's
Yeah.
have that set on Monday. Let's have it set up this at the very bare minimum. But you will have extra time. You will do that pretty quickly. So from there, I'd love to see you start making the funnel.
Okay.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay,
That's the plan, Stan.
thanks, Dante. Yep,
You got it,
that's the
Evan.
plan.
I
Okay.
appreciate your honesty and vulnerability. You are awesome.
Thank you. You too, Dante.
Have an awesome weekend, Evan.
You too.
All right. Jonathan, Mark, Brian. Ooh, we still have time, gentlemen. Anybody have any questions? Anything you'd like to talk about? If so, feel free to just unmute yourself. Jonathan, I got you.
Um, not I not a specific question. I guess I'm just looking for more validation that I'm doing the right thing or critique
Sure.
that I'm doing the wrong thing.
Sure. Yeah.
So, oh, I guess I got to share my screen so you guys can see it. See, green button, share screen, click that, click that.
Bingo.
Yeah. All right. So that's not the one. That's the one.
Bingo.
So I got an e-guide. I got a book, worksheet, prompts. What else was in there?
Checklist.
Checklists,
A tool stack.
a tool stack,
A guide and an ebook.
and a guide and an ebook. So I'm going to use the guide as the lead magnet so I could collect their email. And that's what I have here on the opt-in.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to.
Okay, sorry. Take me back up top, Jonathan.
That's the top. Still there?
Yes, I am sorry. Marketing plan simplified. Is that what you've called your lead magnet?
Yes.
Yeah.
So let me get my. Why does my tool disappear? Yeah, I'm looking at the top right. Get your free e-guide, marketing plan simplified now.
Mm-hmm.
So marketing plan simplified is the name of your thing?
Yeah, and
Okay.
it's I bought it a PLR,
Nice.
and it came with all of this. So marketing plan simplified, the book, the checklist, the guide, tool stack, prompts, all kinds of stuff. And I'm going to use the e-guide as the lead magnet. And then if they sign up to One Funnel Away Challenge, they get the rest of the stuff, the prompts and the full book and all that as the bonus material.
Okay. Okay. That's a nice offer. I just feel as if it's kind of confusing. But before I get to that, Jonathan, let's go back up to the top. We need some proper headlines. So at
Okay.
the very top, you have One Funnel Away Challenge. Get your free e-guide. Enter your email to get the e-guide sent to your inbox. But your button opens the pop-up. They can't enter their email right here on the page. They can only click the button. So you should tell them, click the button below to get the e-guide sent right to your inbox. Also, get your free e-guide. For what? Is it a free e-guide for working out? Is it a free e-guide for becoming a better lover? Is it a free e-guide for calculating my return on investment on my ad spend? Like, what is my e-guide? And who is my e-guide for? Is this an e-guide for a beginner marketer who's maybe making their first business? Is this an e-guide for solo entrepreneurs? Is this an e-guide for founders and well-established entrepreneurs? Who is this thing for? Our dream customer, Jonathan. If there's 8 commandments of marketing, because 10 makes me feel like a heretic, commandment number 1 is absolutely know thy customer. And quote the Bible here, if you ask Jesus, which of the commandments is the most important, he would say, well, the first, of course. So dream customer is where everything starts here in marketing. And there's 0 dream customer on our headlines. It doesn't call out anybody. It doesn't call out any pain points or problems that they're currently experiencing, and then showing your product as the solution to those. We're not seeing any of that. What we have right now is just a generic headline. And one thing we've learned over the years is in trying to speak to everyone, you typically speak to absolutely no one. Ah, here we go. E-Guide for Sales Pro. So is this okay? E-Guide for Sales Pro. Get your free marketing e-guide. Sales and marketing. Interesting. Enter the email to get your e-guide right to your inbox. That should still say click the button. They would click
Okay.
that button. Get your free e-guide, marketing plan simplified. Marketing plan simplified. I see a busy whiteboard on the right-hand side.
Mhm.
That's a cool image. That's a great image. That is an image that exemplifies what typical marketing plans look like. They look disheveled. They look scattered, all sorts of boxes and arrows and dotted lines everywhere. This is a good image. I would love to see you split test the image though. I feel like we should this you have right above that your headline, marketing plan simplified. But the image below that does the image below that does not look like a simple image. That looks confusing. I don't understand that, and that image does not portray simplicity to me. That image looks like a complex, convoluted process. Would you agree?
Yeah, I do agree with you on that.
Cool. So, and it's okay though, Jonathan. These are things that we split test. This is just a lead funnel. You're going to be able to get people here quickly. You're going to be able to generate a lot of data very quickly. So let's split test this. First, we split test headlines, saying the words that people need to see. Then we split test images. So when you're ready to split test images, I'd love to see you split test that. Also, it looks like you made this all as a custom image in Canva or wherever you made it, which was really great for you to do. In between marketing plan simplified and the image, I see some text. That text is really small on my screen, and I'm really straining my eyes to read what it says. Now, my screen is across the room, but do you think it looks fairly small on your screen too?
Yeah, it does.
I actually just noticed you literally leaned in and squinted your eyes as I said that. So we want to make this as easy as possible for customers. Reduce friction at every turn. So remake that image and have the middle text be larger so I can actually read and see what it says. Does it say create a focused marketing plan that drives growth, captures attention, and boosts your business's success?
Yes.
Man, let's make that our headline. Instead of get your free marketing e-guide, let's make that the headline right there. And then the sub-headline can be who it's for.
Okay.
For this person.
I like it.
Or the sub-headline could be get this result even if or without. A simple framework for copy. Get this result even if insert pain points of what they've tried before. Or without insert pain points of what they've tried before. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So you're saying bring some of the pain points higher up on the page.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Okay. We need them higher up on the page because this is your above the fold. Do you know what the above the fold is?
Basically what they see before they'll scroll.
That's exactly right, Jonathan. Just like a newspaper, the front page gets folded in half and stacked on the concrete next to the stand. When you walk by, you only see what is above the fold. That's the main marketing message. That's what's there to grab their attention. Introduce your headlines. And here's this amazing thing that you need to see. We have to have our above the fold hit those pain points because our emotional buyers or our emotional leads in this case, funnels are built emotion, logic, fear. Your above the fold is all based on emotion, and your emotional buyers won't scroll. They'll click that button right there to get the free e-guide. So yes, we need to make our above the fold talk about the pain points and show how our product is the solution to those. Because if we don't, we should hook them in with our above the fold. We should hook them in with our headlines, just like funnels. Customers are emotional, logical, fearful. That's exactly the hierarchy we build our funnels. Our hook is for the emotional. Our story is for the logical. Our hook, story, offer, and fear are the same thing, but funnels are hook, story, offer at the bottom. Is all that making sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
And, I started to see we put a lot of the stuff towards the bottom. I'm not techie and all of this stuff. And
right. So there we go with our sub headlines. Let's go. You're going to have your headline, whatever is above your image. You're going to take that and make it a headline. And then it's going to be, even if you're not tech savvy or without any tech skills needed. all the things you put at the bottom, we need to put those up top and then still keep them down at the bottom. Because
Sure.
your logical people will keep scrolling and keep reading a little bit. So then you have that logical breakdown for them. That's perfect.
Nice. And then the next page, which would be, hey, buy the ClickFunnels, go through the one funnel way challenge like I'm doing here,
Mm-hmm.
because you get Zoom calls with Dante and other people who say, yeah, do this and that's good, and maybe you should change this.
Mm-hmm.
I spoke with, I forgot the lady's name yesterday, nice lady.
Jesse.
Yes, Jesse.
Yeah.
And I had asked her a question like, should I put like maybe something, a funnel away challenge of Russell talking? And she was like, no, you should put you here. And then maybe you could put some like testimonial videos further down on the bottom, which makes sense to what you're saying. The logical people are going to go further down and then they'll see the testimonial videos and
You
they'll
are
latch.
right. You're right on the money, Jonathan. That first video should be a video of you, and it should be you saying your epiphany story for the One Funnel Away challenge. Right? It should be like, man, for years I've been struggling to just connect all the dots. I feel like I learned something from this person and this person and this person, but connecting all of it together is just always so difficult. And I feel like every day it's like I take 2 steps forward and 20 steps backwards. It's like all the new information I'm learning is actually stopping me from doing the thing that I need to do until I found the One Funnel Away challenge. The One Funnel Away challenge is the chief challenge from Russell Brunson. This is the place where he connects all the dots of the 10, 20 years of marketing experience he has, and he put it together in a 30-day challenge. Not only that, he's put some of the best coaches on the internet on this challenge to help me connect all the dots. 30 days every single day. It's been an amazing experience. I've done more in these 30 days than I have in the past 5 years. And if you want to get the same results, I encourage you, click the button below, take action on your life today. Join the One Funnel Away challenge. Build, grow, launch, or scale your business today.
That's actually true because I took the one funnel away challenge years ago where they'd sent an MP3 player with the one funnel away logo. They sent all the books and the workbooks and all this stuff. So I did it then, but I never even built a funnel then because I was like, okay, I didn't know what I didn't know.
Right?
And so I continued learning and I was like, let me do that again. And day 10, I'm like, okay, I want to launch this thing. Let's go.
Yep. That's amazing. Yep. And I can say that it's the same story everybody has,
Yeah.
right? Everybody
Yeah.
has the same one.
Well, yeah, I in the videos, I heard that one person did it 20 some odd times,
Yeah, like 27, 28 times.
something like that. Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, okay, my 2 is a lot less. But it is true. What I did, I don't even remember how many years ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago, when they had the MP3 players or whatever. And then now, so what you were saying is I took the challenge. Well, I took it back then and I didn't do anything. I took it again now and it's leaps and bounds and the training is different. It's more up to date. So it's not just the same stuff from 5, 10 years ago recycled. It changed with the times.
Yep. And then that's a great hook. Do you want the most forward-thinking marketing plan of 2025? Get it from Russell Brunson himself.
Yeah, I like it. I think I'm gonna
Yep.
put that together over the weekend and I'm gonna show you how it's all polished up on Monday and hopefully we'll be ready to go.
Yeah, I love that, Jonathan. Fantastic. Do you have access to Dante AI, my robot?
I did see it in the chat you put the other day. I think it was Wednesday. You had put it in
Yeah.
there. I haven't used it though.
But you have the link, you can use it, you know how to get to it?
Would it still be in the chats or in the community posts?
Yes, it should be, absolutely, but let me just grab you the link so you don't have to look anywhere. I'm going to put it in the chat for you right now. Okay, bingo. Also, do you know about Microsoft Clarity?
No, I haven't heard of Clarity.
Cool. Let me get this for you as well. This is not your fault. I need to revamp some trainings and add to them.
Mhm.
Microsoft Clarity came out with this product after we launched the challenge. So that's why it's not in there. Where is it? Let me see. Hold on. Here, I got it.
Also,
Okay.
are you in Boston or New York or Jersey?
No, I used to live in New York, but about 17 years ago, something like that, my family, when I was young, I was like 11, my family moved to Georgia.
Okay.
So at this point, I don't have an accent. I have a speech impediment. I like to say, I'll say stuff like coffee in half, but then I'll
Uh-huh.
say like all and tar. Like I've noticed I say I all the time. Like I live on a farm. So I don't know what I am, but originally I'm from New York.
Okay. Yeah, that's funny because so am I. I grew up in New York, born and raised, and right in New York City. And then when I joined the military, I left New York and I just never went back.
Nice. I don't blame you. I'm trying to get my family out of there now.
Yeah, no,
Abysmal.
I tell my buddies and everybody who's still back there, I'm like, you got to get out of New York, man.
Yeah, they just don't know what the rest of the world is. Poor
Mm-mm.
people. Um, no, I'm just kidding. I love you, New Yorkers. I got mad love always in my heart. Um, so, hey, I just put another link in the chat for you, commachaser.com/how to use Clarity. And this is a video breakdown. Microsoft Clarity is screen recording and heat mapping software. So, I say all the time, we make data-driven decisions here at ClickFunnels, and we only take data from our customers. We let our customers vote with their wallets and actions, and Clarity is one of the key ways that we make data-driven decisions. Back in the day, we'd pay $2,000 to $5,000 for this software that would allow us to get screen recordings and heat mapping of our customers. Actually, it didn't even really give screen recordings. Clarity is awesome. It gives you screen recordings. It gives you heat mapping so you can see what's working, what's not working. Literally be a CEO. That's what Trey Llewellyn does every single day. He watches Clarity recordings. He watches the heat mapping. He finds the trouble areas with his funnels and his pages, and then he just corrects those things every single day. The most beautiful thing about Clarity, Jonathan, it was a couple weeks ago Trey did the breakdown, but Clarity is a Microsoft product, which means it has Copilot added into it. So not only do you don't have to even sit around all day watching screen recordings. You can just go to Copilot, click the summarize button, and the AI will watch all your recordings and give you summaries of what's the problems that people are having on the page and give you recommendations on how to fix it. And it was wild. When Trey did this with us a couple weeks ago, he was like, okay, so let's watch a couple videos, and then here's what I'm seeing. Here's the things that from these videos, here's the things that I would change. And then he went to the AI. He said, summarize this for me. And the AI spit back every single observation he had, plus more. It's
Oh, wow.
awesome. It's amazing. This is our life every day. Once we launch, we want to know what's working, what's not just by split testing, but man, looking at how our customers are going to the page. For instance, if in Clarity, you see a lot of people hit your page and leave 3 seconds later, well, that means your above the fold is off. They walked by
Gotcha.
the newsstand. They saw the newspaper. The headline didn't appeal to them. They didn't care about the story. Yep, they just kept
Kept
on
going.
walking. So then, what do I address? What do I fix? It's the above the fold. That's how we make our data-driven decisions. So use Dante I. He'll
Okay.
answer any questions. He's amazing at strategy. He's terrible at tech right now.
Okay.
I'm going to fix that in the future. I'm here for tech. We have our tech team for tech if you need that. Dante I is amazing for strategy. And then just make sure to have Clarity on the funnel when you launch.
Okay. And just to clarify one thing you
Yeah.
said on the opt-in. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot that I stopped sharing. I just clicked to other screens like you guys could see. Okay, there we go. So instead of having a pop-up to enter the email, I should just
What are you
have one.
doing? You didn't just do that while I was talking to you, did you?
No,
Who's
she
that?
did.
Yeah, nice work. Nice work. Hey, scroll me up. Scroll me up.
That's as high as it goes.
And I think
Nice. Awesome. We can probably make that headline one size smaller.
Okay.
It just, the design of the headline, it just feels odd, right? It's hard to tell where the headline ends and where the sub-headline begins. So I think you can make the headline just a little bit smaller. That'll pull up your button and the video or image that's down below. And this is awesome. Great job.
So like that.
Oh, I gotta refresh it so you
Yep.
can see.
Reload. Oh, you guys, I'm gonna have fun with you guys. She goes, so like that? Yep, just like that. Absolutely.
Yeah, we're chomping at the bit, ready to launch here.
Good. That's what I like. Amazing.
We saw how, like, I made a funnel for, I'm a roofer for my 9 to 5, and
Nice.
and so it's sales, and you know, they were like, just pick somebody you were 5 years ago. I was like, okay, somebody I was 5 years ago was a salesperson trying to figure out ClickFunnels. So that made it easy to learn the avatar, and yeah, so now I sell one thing, I could sell another thing. So
And these are just lead funnels, right? You could
That's
spin
it.
these up so quickly, Jonathan. I have 100 ideas that I could share with you about your lead magnet, the funnel, the customer, but let's just launch this. You have
Okay.
proper marketing on the funnel right now. It's going to, the only thing I'm not seeing is the real dream customer. You have at the top, whatever, e-guide for sales pro.
Mhm. So let me fill you in on who my dream customer would be. It was basically me 5 years ago, and it's still today. So I'm a roofer. I own my own LLC, but I work under another company as an independent contractor, very much like a real estate agent.
Yeah.
You know, they might work for Susan's Century 21 or Tom's Berkshire Hathaway, whatever, but they're their own company. So they have to generate their own leads. It's
Yes.
still very, I've also sold cars and Harley Davidsons. I work with a lot of solar guys, being I'm in roofing. So there's a lot of people who are similar in my situation where they can generate their own leads. They just don't know how to. Well, I can't have a website because I don't own the company, or I can't do this because I don't own the company. And for years, I went through that and was like, okay, well, these leads suck. They've been ran through this, that, and the third.
Yep.
How do I generate my own leads? And in roofing, I started door knocking, and I was like, well, this is stupid because I could only walk and knock so many doors in a day. So how do I increase that? And I was like, well, I know I used to go do cold calling when I lived in New York and wanted to be a Wall Street broker guy because I grew up in the 80s. So I did cold calling in the boiler rooms in the 90s and early 2000s. So I was like, okay, I'll start cold calling people. Well, I hated it the first time and I hated it the second time. I just kept going through different ways, and I was like, a fucking funnel, man. I got it. Yeah. And
Yep.
I started getting leads, and I was like, okay, well, if I could get leads for this online, now I got to be able to get leads for other things. So I'm not tied to one place. If I want to go, she's going to Florida to watch her daughter's graduation. I can't go. I got to work and all this stuff. But if I could work anywhere, well, then, hey, now I could go and enjoy the family time and not be stuck in one spot.
Yes, sir.
So that's
Yes,
the
sir.
ideal avatar of who I'm selling to. The sales pro who might be an independent contractor, doesn't know that they could brand themselves out there and get their own leads that are going to be more qualified and have a better close rate, thus giving them more money.
Yeah, share your screen with me again. Let's
Sure.
go look at those headlines. It's so funny. You guys always have all the answers. None of you guys won't realize till you hit your first 2 Comic Club Award how inconsequential I am. Honestly, you already have everything up here. You just need to talk about it. E-Guide for Sales Pro. It sounds to me like everything you shared is not a sales pro.
Okay.
It's a salesman who wants to be pro. Would you say when you were making cold calls in a boiling room, you were a sales pro? Did you know exactly what you were doing every part of that conversation?
No.
Were you employing sales and psychology tactics, or were you just a salesman?
Yeah, I was just stumbling my way through it, trying to keep them on that phone as long as possible.
Right, exactly. So I wonder if instead we should say e-guide for salesmen looking to go pro. The revolutionary e-guide that turns salesmen to sales pros.
I like that.
Yeah, that too.
That's our dream customer. That's how we want to label this out. That's how we call them out. By it's the hard part of being vulnerable, right? And being like, I know this because I was you at one point. I was making sales calls from a boiler room. I was doing cold calling. I did all these things. I know where you are because I've been there too. Calling out a customer like that. So now we're not just targeting all people with an interest in sales. We're trying to find people who are at the beginning levels of their sales. Now the game gets fun, right? Because now I get targeting. I have my Facebook ads targeting those salesmen. And now when they click on the ad, they go to a funnel that speaks exactly to them. Revolutionary e-guide turning salesmen to sales pros. I'm like, oh man, that's what I need. I'm a salesman right now. I'm not a sales pro. And then we could change our headlines too, right? You guys, this is going to be so fun. Then we could change our actual headline. We could change our actual hook. Are you tired of stumbling through conversations, just trying to keep them on the phone as long as you can? Subheadline: learn and employ the tactics sales pros use every single day to generate millions online. Or maybe the next subheadline that you shared with me. Learn the tactics sales professionals use to work anywhere. To work from anywhere, excuse me. But these are the things that we're going to split test, Jonathan. These are like the different hooks, the different headlines that you're going to have out there. So you did great with this. I want you to get this to a point. Take what I shared with you about the dream customer. Make sure we call out that dream customer specifically, not all salesmen. Of all the salesmen in the world, which salesmen are you trying to target? Call them out in those. You guys, this is going to be so fun. Great stuff. Great work. Let's launch this bad boy, Jonathan.
Okay.
Let's have clarity on the funnel so we can get real data and make a data-driven decision. And after you get like 300 people to the funnel, where 300 people look at the funnel, then we can look at our conversions and we can see, oh, great, now we have a baseline set up, right? Because split testing is just science. Do you know what A/B split testing is?
Yeah.
It's literally just science. Get the baseline. Get your baseline and test against it until you find a new winner. Then that's the baseline. You test against that till you find a new winner. So let's launch. Let's use this as our baseline. And then we can start running new hooks. Then we can start running different versions and different split tests. And it's these things. Everybody goes through it. This is the perfect natural path that you're on. We split test our way to success. Very rarely do we hit a headline and the first headline we hit is the right one. It's typically the third, fourth, fifth, 100th. Everybody has their own story on that, right?
Yeah.
Yep. But this is, you guys have, what you have so far is really great now. I love seeing what I'm seeing on that page.
What you said just popped up a question. When we did roofing ads, there was an ideal time and there was an unideal time to start the ad campaign. Is it the same for an online type of deal, or
I think you're talking seasons, correct?
No, like we needed to start the campaigns at 6 a.m. or else we would not run through most of our budget. We wouldn't run through our full budget in a day. Like if we started the ads or started the campaign at like 3 p.m. say, it would only, like if my ad budget was $20 for the day, it would only run through like $5. But if I started at 6, it would push through the full 20.
Right.
And like it would do that for like the rest of the campaign. It wouldn't run through the whole budget unless I started them at 6 a.m. And I don't know if that's because I'm running it only for local. It's like 25 miles from the city that we're based in.
Yep.
And this one is going to be, of course, much
nationwide, worldwide.
Yeah, nation, global, whatever.
A big part of that was because you were targeting local. Yes, 100%. Another part of that was $20, $40 is fairly small ad spend.
Right.
So localized ads compared with smaller spend definitely got you there. Feel free to start all of your campaigns in the future at 6 a.m. though. That's just good common practice when it comes to ads. But you guys are not going to experience this. It's a national campaign. The national now means Facebook's got people to put it in front of at all times of day.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. And so we didn't know if it was the same or not. And honestly, roofing is such a high ticket item. I could have ran an ad for a whole month and closed one roof deal and been in the black. So it's
It's very
$15,000 roof, $97 subscription.
Yeah.
Right.
But the $100 subscription with compounding interest and all the compounding factors is going to outperform what I could do on roofs
Yep.
any day of the week.
Oh yeah. 100%. The scalability is crazy with it. You're 100% right. Where roofing scalability is not so accessible. It's either hire more guys to knock more doors or hire more guys to make more phone calls. It's still scalable, but you have to bring more people in, where in this system, you don't have to bring more in. You just have to spend more and let the funnels do all the work. You're 100% on the money
And
with
in
that.
the roofing, so the company that I'm with, they've been around for 18 years. They're spending, $10,000-$15,000 a month on advertising. And I would go in there and be like, how are your leads? Oh man, they're really not doing it. Okay, well, neither are mine. My little $200 a week versus your $2,000 a week, we're getting the same results because we're locked in. We can't go any further out. And then it's cost inhibited. It's not profitable to go that far out.
Yep, 100%. Not anymore though.
No, not anymore. We got it. I think, I'm excited. We're gonna plug away at this, and I'm too impatient to wait till Monday, so we'll probably launch before then. But we'll have updates Monday.
Yeah, you're running a lead funnel, so you can launch that whenever you want. You can launch that Saturday morning if you want. Just make sure clarity is on before you launch. Watch my rundown. It'll show you how to set up your account. It'll show you where to put the code in your funnel. Just do exactly what I did, and you'll be tracking all stats.
Sweet. I appreciate it.
Awesome. You got it, Jonathan. Great stuff.
Thank you.
Brian, how can I help, sir?
Okay, a couple of quick questions. I did redo my thank you page. I don't know if you want to take a quick look at it.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Okay, just to make sure I'm still on point.
Yep.
And then second question is going to be about the Dante AI. I'm having trouble. It's sitting on my desktop here, and it's just swirling around in circles. But anyway, take a look at the funnel here.
Nice. Good work already.
Thank you page, right?
Yep. Let's take a look.
Why isn't it coming up?
It's coming up.
Okay. There it is.
Cool. We don't have to say please. They already did the thing. So you can just say thank you. Get your free book now. But get your free book now is not direction. It's not telling them what to do. We want to tell them exactly what to do. Thank you. Click the button below to get your free book now.
Okay, no problem. I can change that in a minute. No problem.
Yep.
I agree with that. Yes. The direction. Okay, so I put the lines here because I went from the free book giveaway to the next section.
OFA is a 30-day challenge. And okay, scroll down, see if there's a button below.
I did another one at the bottom.
Yes, you did. Great. Awesome.
Except for that. Give them direction. That's the only place from losing direction.
Yes. And I think, Brian, you should also add a thank you video to your thank you page here. So you also say, thank you for joining the free 14-day OFA challenge. They don't know what OFA is yet. They're not in it. They're not a part of it. They're not indoctrinated. So that needs to be the 14-day one funnel away challenge. But go back down for me. Sorry, not all the way back to that text. Thank you for joining the free 14-day OFA challenge. Just up a little bit. Nice. They didn't join the challenge yet, did they?
They put their email in, and no, they didn't join it yet until they actually hit this button, and it takes them to the One Funnel Away challenge download page.
Yes. Yes. So to say thank you for joining the free challenge right now would just introduce confusion. And a confused mind always says what, Brian?
No.
Yes, sir. Always, every time, without fail. It will never be another way. So we would just introduce confusion here. They wouldn't know where they are or what they're doing by the time they see this. And I guarantee they're not going to click that button. Not because of anything else other than confusion.
Okay.
So I think you should put a video down here. And
All right.
I think the video should be your epiphany story. Just like I shared earlier, I think it was Evan, or maybe it was the earlier session. You were there.
I was
The
there. I
same
heard,
thing.
I saw it.
Yes, the same thing I shared with them is the same exact thing you should do here. Have a video here that shares your epiphany story on how you've received great results of some kind from the One Funnel Away challenge. And then
Yes.
you're going to say that video is like, hey, if you're like me, if you're experiencing this or this or this or this or this, the answer is the One Funnel Away challenge. Now that video really sets them. The text won't say thank you for joining. It'll say click the button below to join the free 30-day One Funnel Away challenge, which is ready and waiting for you to start your life, start your journey, start your business. What is the thing that they want to start?
Gotcha. I did think about doing a video. I did do an Epiphany Bridge video in the past. I'm going to update it and upgrade it according to this funnel here.
Yes.
No problem.
Perfect.
Gotcha on those 2 points. Excellent. Any chance you can take a look at my Dante AI and see what's going on here, why I can't finish it?
Yeah, let me see. I see you have 2 tabs to your left. I see Dante I. So let's hop over there.
Yeah, how do I get there from this?
Well, I see it on the same screen
There we
that
go.
you're currently on inside of your account. Go to, one browser tab to the right.
So I downloaded it, and this is what I've been looking at.
Oh, this is not it. No,
Okay.
no. Somebody might be trying to mooch off this and just get free traffic. Do me a favor, open up your Zoom chat right now. There it is.
Okay.
There we go. So with Dante I, you have 2 options. You can either just have a text conversation. You can also use voice. Feel free to use your phone and basically have a conversation with me. Either one works, but click on that text for me.
That's why I was confused. Was
Bingo.
copyright.
There we are. There's
All right, no
Dante.
problem.
This is the screen you're going to use.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate everything. You can move on.
Awesome. You got it,
Have a
Brian.
great
Great work, man. I'll
Thank
stop
you
your
for
screen. I'll stop your screen for you. There we go. All right, Evan, I'm sorry, I have 2 minutes, but how can I help?
Yeah, it's just really quick, just so that I've got it in my head. So
Yeah.
basically, I'm not selling anything that's different. It's just knowing the avatar, telling the best story, and giving clear direction.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay, great. Thank you. That's all.
You got it. You got it, Evan. Great stuff. All right, gang, I love my job. I love getting to hang out with you. It's amazing. Great job. Great week. I know that there's difficulties, there's roadblocks, there's hurdles, there's mental questions, there's future stuff that we're worried. Great job. I honestly couldn't be more proud of you guys for doing the thing. You're stepping in faith, not by fear. That's all I can ever ask of you. So before I let you go this weekend, at some point, please, business is just a reflection of self. It's the truest, clearest, and largest mirror you will ever look at yourself through. Yourself is unbelievably important. Make sure to take some time this weekend and do something that fills you back up. I don't care if it's walking, hiking, going fishing, or go chase Bigfoot up a mountain. I don't know what fills you up. I don't care what fills you up. Go do something cool that fills up your cup so we can hit the next week rocking and rolling and ready to do big things. You guys are amazing. Congratulations. Small hinges swing big doors. Small hinges swing big doors. Do not be scared to celebrate wins, even if you look at them as small, because it's the small wins that stack up to our massive victories. So, hey, maybe this weekend you take some time, go out with a loved one or maybe just a friend, go get a drink, go share a nice meal, go celebrate the things that you've done this week that have helped you go forwards. We as entrepreneurs forget about this far too often. We look and we say, I won't celebrate till I make $1 million. We're missing the boat. There are hundreds of things that we should be celebrating along the way, so that when we get there, we actually know how to celebrate. You want to know why a lot of people have $1 billion but zero happiness? They don't know how to celebrate anything. They are not fueled by anything other than accomplishments, and it is not the way that the game should be played. So you guys are amazing. Love all of you. Have an amazing weekend, and I'll catch